Chapter 1. The Lion's Wedding. Fatuma was excited to meet her bridegroom, but little did she know, a dangerous lion had replaced him. "Is he attractive?" she asked her mother. "Is he clever?" Her mother said, "You will see, he is coming with your dowry today." The bridegroom of Fatuma was driving the dowry cows over the river, not far away. A lion suddenly leapt out of the bushes and slaughtered one of the dowry cows. The groom heard the noise, but did not see the lion. He yelled, "Who is there? Who has killed my cow?" The lion said, "I killed it, and I'm a better man than you are." The bridegroom saw him as he came out from the bushes. "What?" screamed the groom. "Do you consider yourself a man? I'll show you." They started fighting after he leapt on the lion. The bridegroom was on top of the lion, which was now on the ground. "You see," said the bridegroom. "You are not better than me. I am much stronger than you." The lion retorted, "That's not true. Having the right hand is the only reason you are strong. Restart our fight by tying your right hand behind your back." The lion tightened his right hand behind his back as the groom said. They fought once again. Once more, the lion fell to the ground, with the groom on top of him. The bridegroom asked, "Now what do you say? Who has the greatest strength? Me or you?" The lion declared, "Oh, I am the strongest. You have a left hand, which is why you won. Restart our fight by tying your left hand behind your back." The bridegroom's left hand was tied behind his back by the lion. The groom was powerless at this point. He could not fight. Immediately, the lion devoured him and killed him. After wearing the bridegroom's clothes, the lion dragged the cows to Fatuma's village. The entire community rushed outside to welcome the bridegroom. They cheered, applauded, and sang a bridal song, "The bridegroom arrives. Bring him inside. He delivers the bride's dowry." The lion was welcomed and led inside the house by them. They brought him lunch, and he sat down with them. Boiled beef was served first. "Take it away," the lion growled. "I can't eat boiled meat." The meat was taken away by Fatuma's family. They returned the meat after frying it. The lion said, "I can't eat this." Fatuma's father was surprised. He took it back. He asked, "What do you like to eat?" "Give me some raw meat," the lion said. "Don't cook it at all." They brought the raw meat as he requested. The lion then consumed the raw meat that Fatuma's father had given him. It was time to go to bed after the feast was over. Once in their hut, Fatuma's relatives brought the lion and his bride. The lion exclaimed, "I can't sleep on this bed." "Why?" asked Fatuma's dad. "What kind of bed do you want?" "I sleep with sticks and straw," the lion said. They then brought him sticks and straw and removed the bed. The lion and Fatuma were alone together. When the lion undressed, Fatuma saw his fur. She was terrified. "Ah! Whoa! You are a lion. You're not even a man," she screamed. She then shouted, "Father, mother! Help your child! My husband is a lion." She ran out to the hut of her parents. Quietly, the lion followed behind her. Fatuma didn't see him. Fatuma called out to her father and her mother. Father asked, "What is it, Fatuma? Are you sick?" "No, Father," Fatuma replied, "but you have to help me. My husband isn't a man. He is a lion. You have given your daughter to a wild animal." "That isn't possible," her father said. No, that is true," Fatuma argued. "He has long teeth and his body was covered with fur. We'll test him. We are moving the village tomorrow morning. We are going to find pasture for the livestock and water. The time to move has come," the men will shout as they come out of their hut. "If your husband is a lion, he won't shout. And I'll believe you if he doesn't shout." The lion was listening. He heard the comments from Fatuma's father. He ran back to his hut in silence. "Go back to your husband," Fatuma's father went on. "Do you want us to be ashamed?" Fatuma regrettably returned to the lion. The lion awoke early the following morning. With an exclamation, "Why is the village still asleep?" he ran outside his hut. "When are they going to wake up? It's time to leave." His voice reached Fatuma's father. "My daughter is a fool," he thought. "Her husband is not an animal. He is a man." Chapter 2, Fatuma runs away. Everybody in the village was getting ready to relocate. They had been loading their camels and packing their houses. The lion went to Fatuma's father. He said, "We have to leave you now. We're not going with you. I wish to bring my wife to visit my family." Everyone in the family agreed. "That's excellent. That's correct," they said. "You must take her to your own family." So the lion and Fatuma left the village. They began to travel on their own. The lion said to the Fatuma, "We may have a ride on the camel. It has to be led by the other. Would you want to ride the camel or take the lead?" "I will lead it," Fatuma replied. "If you are tired, you can ride." Thus, the lion mounted the camel, and they set out on their journey. Still, the lion was famished. He took a piece of the camel's hump and bit it. "Ah!" the camel shouted. Fatuma turned around. She asked, "What's wrong with the camel?" The lion said, "He doesn't like your black scarf. It makes him scared. Remove it and throw it away." Fatuma removed her scarf and threw it away. The lion continued to be hungry even after they had gone a short distance. Again, he bit the hump of the camel. The camel cried, "Air! What's wrong now?" Fatuma asked. "Your necklace and bracelets are making noise," the lion said. "The camel doesn't like it. Remove them and throw them away." So Fatuma took off her bracelets and her necklace and threw them away. After a while, they continued in silence, but soon the lion bit the camel's hump once more. "Whoosh! Hara!" cried the camel. Fatuma asked, "Now what is it?" The lion said, "He doesn't like your dress. Remove it and dump it." Fatuma then undressed and threw her dress away. She had become like the animals. She was completely naked. They finally arrived at an empty, untamed area. This place was empty of people, cattle, or villages. "This place is good," the lion said. "We will stop here." Thus, Fatuma built her home and unloaded the camel. "Here you stay," the lion said. I'm going to look for my family and bring food for us to eat. Pay attention, if you hear gogobak, I'll have camels with me. If you hear cha-shaka, I'll have goats. I'll have cows if you hear me say chump. The lion moved on. Fatuma was alone. She thought, my husband is not a man. Not only are his friends and relatives animals, but he is a wild animal. Maybe he'll bring them back here so they can eat me. What will I do? I can't return to my family. They'll feel ashamed and doubt me. Now, I have to leave. She removed her little finger with a knife. It went into the mortar by her. She then exited her home and started to run. She ran without stopping. She eventually arrived at a large lake. In the center of the lake stood a tree. Its branches were still healthy even though it was dead. Fatuma thought, I will be safe in that tree, but how can I climb it? She looked at the entire place. Finally, she came across a rope. She took up the rope and used it to help her climb the tree and cross the water. The hyena, baboon, rat, leopard, snake, and all of his buddies were summoned by the lion. They accompanied him home. The hut was vacant. The door had closed. The lion shouted, Fatuma! Fatuma! Nobody replies. There was nobody there. The lion was furious. He dashed inside the hut after smashing the door. The little finger of Fatuma was in the mortar. This is not Fatuma. She's gone, cried the little finger. The mortar had been pushed over by the lion. Then he lifted the finger and chewed it. Where is she now? Where is my wife? He roared. The baboon, hyena, leopard, and snake all shook their heads. She isn't here with us. We're not sure, they uttered. However, the rat added, I saw a girl, as it glanced up at the lion. She might have been your wife. Running to the water was her goal. She was climbing the large, dead tree. Which lake? What tree? The lion asked. Show it to us, rat. The animals all followed the rat as he fled to the water. Looking upward, they stood at the water's edge. Fatuma was there. The lion was furious beyond belief. In front of all of his friends, he felt ashamed. You, wife! He shouted, come down from that tree. No, Fatuma replied. I will not. The lion's voice changed. He tried to be loving and nice. Dear wife, dear Fatuma, he praised her. Please come down. My friends would like to greet you. Fatuma gave the lion a look. Even though his eyes were furious, his voice was calm now. No, she repeated. I refuse to come down to you. You had to come to see me up here. The lion asked, how can we do that? How can we cross the water and climb the tree? I have a rope, Fatuma said. I'm going to dump one end. I'll pull you up, hold the rope. Who will go first now? I am your husband, the lion said. I will come first. Fatuma started to pull the rope once the lion caught it. She continued to pull. The lion was halfway up the tree at this point. Next, Fatuma removed her knife and sliced through the rope. With a loud splash, the lion fell into the water. He passed away instantly. Fatuma asked, Who wants to come up now? The other animals looked at each other. She is our sister-in-law, the wife of our brother, they said. She will not cut the rope for us. After catching the rope, Fatuma started pulling on it. She continued to pull. At this point, every animal was halfway up the tree. Then, Fatuma used her knife to cut the rope once more. With a splash, every animal hit the water. Each of them passed away. I'm alone once more, Fatuma thought. I am safe, but there is no one to help me. She started crying. Chapter 3, The Bird and Fatuma. She heard a noise all of a sudden. She raised her head. Beside her, perched on a branch, was a small bird. The bird said, "Please, girl. I'm starving, and my wing is shattered. Pick a date for me from your tree." "Yes, little bird," Fatuma said. "I'll pull a date for you from my tree. But after that, will you kindly assist me?" The bird asked, "What can I do?" "Fly to my village," Fatuma said. "Take a message to my father and mother." The bird asked, "What is your message?" "I'm cold, I'm hungry, and I'm alone in the tree," said Fatuma. "Please come to me, oh mother, oh father. Though my wing is shattered, I'm sorry for you, dear Fatuma," the bird said. "I'll fly to your parents and deliver your message to them." Thus, Fatuma selected a date for the bird. He ate it, and he slept off. He felt stronger soon after. He flew to Fatuma's village. The bird met Fatuma's mother. She was in her butter churn, making butter, shaking the milk. The bird called to her while perched on her house's roof. "What are you doing, woman? You're shaking your butter churn, but why?" "Fatuma, your daughter needs you. Can't you hear her cry?" "What?" asked the mother of Fatuma. "You stupid bird, what do you mean?" "Your daughter is on the old dead tree in the lake," the bird told her. "She's calling you. I'm cold, I'm hungry. I am alone in the tree. Come to me, please, father and mother." "I don't believe you." "It's not possible," Fatuma's mother said, continuing to churn butter. The bird was upset. The song he performed was, "I'm a poor little bird. I can't fly fast, but I can sing. Wicked woman, leave your butter. Go to the lake and help your daughter." But Fatuma's mother did not listen to the bird. She said, "Be quiet. Go away." The bird then went to Fatuma's dad. He had a pair of shoes sewn together. "Old man, what are you doing?" The bird cried to him as it perched on a tree branch. "Why are you making shoes?" "Fatuma, your daughter, needs your help. Can't you hear her crying?" The father of Fatuma asked, "What? You stupid bird, what do you mean?" "Your daughter is on the old dead tree in the lake," said the bird. "It's her voice. I'm cold, I'm hungry, and I'm alone in the tree. Come to me, please, father and mother." But Fatuma's dad ignored the bird's advice. "I don't believe you." "It's not possible," he said, then continued stitching shoes. The bird was upset. The song he sang was, "I'm a poor little bird, I can't fly fast, but I can sing. Wicked father, don't say no to helping your daughter. Leave your shoes." Yet, Fatuma's dad ignored the bird's advice. "Go away, bird," he yelled. "Leave me alone." Fatuma decided to stay on the tree, and the small bird would bring her food each day. One day, a prince happened to be walking by. He let his shepherd lead the way. He was searching for suitable grass for the sheep and cows owned by the prince. The shepherd was dumb and deaf. He could not hear or speak. When he got to the lake's edge, he raised his head and noticed Fatuma in the tree. The prince and his horse rushed up to the lake. The sheep approached him quickly. He shouted, "Mm. Mm. Shepherd, what is it?" "What do you want?" the prince asked. The shepherd could not say anything. Pulling the prince's horse by the bridle, he started to guide him towards the lake. At the brink of the lake, they paused. Looking up, the prince saw Fatuma. He fell in love with her right away. He called up to her, "Beautiful girl, how did you climb this tree? Allow me to come up to you. I want to marry you." Fatuma said, "Wait. I have to test you first. I'll spit it out. I'll marry you if my spit gets to you and turns into gold." Fatuma spat at the prince, causing her spit to turn into gold when it got to him. After climbing down the tree, Fatuma wed the prince and moved inside his palace to live with him. As the years went by, Fatuma's parents experienced extreme poverty. They no longer had any camels, cows, or goats. They were hungry, and they had nothing to eat. "We must go to the prince's palace," they said, "and beg for food." They then proceeded to the palace. "For God's sake, help us," they begged. "We are dying of hunger. Please give us some food." "I heard their voices, Fatuma. Is that my father? Could it be my mom?" she thought. She went to meet them outside. She quickly recognized them. "Please feed these people," she commanded her maids. "Give them clothes and shoes." As a result, Fatuma saved her parents and spent the rest of her life in happiness with her prince. What do you think about this story? Do you think girls are sometimes afraid of their husbands when they get married? Comment below with your thoughts. Like, subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories. Thanks for watching.